Now we're going to look at section 2 of our Unit 2 test, and that's questions 5, 6, and 7, where you are graphing a line given a point and a slope. So on question 5, you're told that the slope is negative 2/3 and it goes through the point 4, -3. So the point 4, -3, here is the x-axis is, this is 4, this is the y-axis up and down here. This point right here is 4, 3. So you can see that every single one of our lines goes through the point 4, 3. So now we have to look at the slope of negative 2/3. So if our slope is negative 2/3, you can think of that as going down 2 and to the right 3. Remember, slope is rise over run. Rise is your up and down change, and run is your left and right change, or rise is your vertical change, and run is your horizontal change. So if I'm looking from this point and I'm going down 2 and to the right 3, you can see I pick a point right here. I could also go negative 2/3 is the same as 2 over -3. So this is the same as going up 2 and to the left, because that's a negative direction, 3. So I could have gone up 2 and then to the left 3, and I would still end on this line. And if I look at what this line's label is, that is line X. And that is choice A. And so you would select that before moving on. Right there. Question 6 is the same type of question. Given a slope and a point. In this case, our slope is given that it is undefined. And so hopefully that makes you think of, oh, this must be a horizontal or vertical line. And if you're not sure which, you can look at page 83 in your portfolio. That's where we took notes on that. 81, 82, 83, and 84 is lesson 5, unit 2, lesson 5. And the point -2, 1. So I usually start with my point and think, okay, -2, -1. This is my x-axis. This is where x is -2. This is my y-axis vertically here. This is the point that we're looking at. So there are actually 2 lines going through that point, and we need the one that has an undefined slope. So in thinking about what slope would be undefined, we're thinking of this as rise over run. Something is undefined when you are dividing by 0. You're not allowed to divide by 0 or you get an error on a calculator. So an undefined slope is going to be some number divided by 0. And that's going to be where we have no run, but we do have rise, which is a vertical line. Again, you can refer to page 83, and it talks about this. We summarized this to say that vertical lines, all vertical lines, have an undefined slope. And vertical lines go up and down. Some people talk about, because in the word vertical, there are 2 long, tall letters, if that helps you. But we have one of our 2 lines that go through the point -2, -1. We have D, which is horizontal, and G, which is vertical. So our choice here is the red line, G. Let's look at our last problem. And we're told that the slope is 5. And it goes through the point 3, 0. So again, I like to find that point first on my graph. The x is 3 and the y is 0. So this point right here has x of 3 and y of 0. So just 3 to the right. So our choices are really just this blue line and this black line that you have. And so now I want to use my slope. And so we're told that the slope is 5. And I want to think of that as 5 over 1. So I can think of this as up 5, right 1, or if I think of this as negative 5 over negative 1, because negative divided by negative is still a positive. You could also think of this as down 5 and left 1. So if I'm here, I can go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So going up 5 and to the right 1, which is also that direction. So it is clearly our black line here. The blue line has a slope of 1/5. So choice C is the best answer for number 7.